in this very parking lot a week ago, ununiformed men in unmarked cars kidnapped Julie. And with her courage and her strength, even though we don't know where Julie is, and we don't know when we will find her, Julie has managed to make 2 phone calls to the family since she's been kidnapped.
A migrant in California facing charges after allegedly staging a fake kidnapping, and they blame federal agents, ICE agents. Julie Calderon is accused of lying to police and conspiracy in what the feds are calling an elaborate hoax. Investigators say they reviewed surveillance video and determined the kidnapping claim was not true. Former federal prosecutor Jonathan Fahey served as acting ICE director in President Trump's first term. He joins us now. Jonathan, so what they did is they also raised money off this. ICE looked into it and they said, we didn't do this. So they like making ICE kidnappers, even though they don't kidnap, they arrest. But ICE said, we thought we were pursuing a legitimate kidnapping. Where do they go from here?
Yeah, this is really outrageous. And when you think about it, this really stems from all of the rhetoric that's coming out of the Democratic Party. And the more outrageous the rhetoric, the more outrageous their behavior, the greater their status rises within the party. And it's not surprising that somebody would take advantage of this in a criminal way. A couple things that are interesting about this: they charge her with a conspiracy and also for lying to agents, which means other people are involved and maybe other people will be charged. But she's facing 5 years on each count and certainly deserves time on this, because it's really important that not only what she did was bad by maligning ICE agents, defaming them, and putting them in more danger, but they also were distracted from going after more serious criminals or other serious criminals, having to try to track this down to find out if somebody actually was kidnapped. So this is outrageous in every respect. It really harkens back to sort of the Jussie Smollett case, because he was taking advantage of all the anti-Trump hysteria to elevate himself. But it's outrageous. It's sort of predictable that it's not necessarily this, but something like this would happen.
So here's the Los Angeles Attorney General, Bill Asali. Listen.
There was apparent financial motive, and I think there was another motive here. They want to discredit, dehumanize our federal agents. This is part of the narrative to encourage people to stand up to our agents and to assault them.
And the question is the family involved too? I mean, the daughters have a picture with their missing mom. They had a GoFundMe page. They're raising money. You saw them with the signs. Would they dupe too? I'd like to find out, Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to try to find that out, because if they're all in on it, they should all be charged on the conspiracy, because this is outrageous. And the U.S. Attorney is exactly right. And we've seen, I think the number now is between 800% and 900% rise in assaults on ICE agents, and that just seems to be growing as we've been reporting, or as you all have been reporting on this. So it's so outrageous that people are defaming ICE agents, disparaging them, and it's really kind of just sport in many respects in the Democratic Party. They elevate their status, they do it for fun, and they don't even seem to think that there are real consequences to what they're doing.
Yeah, and this makes all these lawmakers who want to vilify ICE look even worse. Just to go through the scheme, the co-conspirator filed missing report. The daughter set up the GoFundMe page. She got $4,500. The daughter pictured with mom's missing posters. Then the press conference afterwards, full of emotion from Movement Legal, created fabricated photos of her rescue. And by the way, just the fact that they keep saying kidnapping instead of arrest or detainment is also an insult to ICE and furthers the angst every time ICE goes out.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.